Hello everyone and welcome to AGACAD's webinar for architects and BIM managers, where I will show you some benefits of our BIM solution for Revit, Ventre Manager. Before I start, I want to make sure that everyone can hear me and see my screen, so please raise your hands. You can do that in the GoToWebinar dialog on the right side of your monitor. And as I can see, you are raising your hands, so I made sure that you can hear me and see my screen. Thank you. Also, I want to say a big thank you to those of you who attended. And if you will have any questions regarding Ventre Manager tool, you can write them down in the GoToWebinar dialog under questions, and in the end of the webinar, I will try to answer them. And now I can introduce myself. My name is Ieva, and I am an architect and a BIM consultant at AGACAD. Our mission is building BIM together, which means that we align our clients' needs and develop solutions for continuous BIM acceleration. Our promise to clients is reducing BIM stress. We help to eliminate tasks that do not create value. In this webinar for architects, you'll find out how to view, group, and modify project elements in a tree, create new shared parameters for elements, easily change parameter values of 100 of grouped or sorted elements, replace elements with new elements and transfer their parameter values, replace curtain walls with windows that adjust to existing curtain wall size automatically, insert elements by related objects. For example, insert a table to every dining room, sort and renumber Revit elements automatically in many different ways, and renumber Revit grids. Also, I'd like to note that these are not the whole functions of Ventre Manager. This tool can do much more. For this demonstration, I've just selected a few features that I really like and use often. Ventre Manager is an advanced solution for quality control in building information modeling based on international best practices and the experience of top Revit users. The software's dynamic auto tree interface makes it amazingly simple to find and isolate elements in current or linked Revit models, verify geometry and data at any level of development, and quickly fill in gaps or fix mistakes in real time. With Ventre Manager, you will be able to control projects better with significant savings of time, increase productivity, enhance workflow, and BIM model quality by managing hundreds of grouped or sorted elements automatically. Ventre Manager works like external application that allows users to work with the project without closing the dialog. Also, we have a Christmas promo, so go ahead and check that out. I already have a Revit project open, so we can just jump right into demonstration. I'll run Ventre Manager. And right now it's collecting BIM data from the project. It's analyzing available model categories and their parameters. So for this example, I will choose doors and windows. Okay? And right now it's collecting model elements for doors and windows categories and their parameters. So, as you can see, there is my Ventre Manager dialog. Here I have the elements grouped in a tree by category, functionality, family, and type. I also have the table where all my elements are listed and the functions that I can modify these elements with. So in this webinar, I will show only a few functions, but as I mentioned, there are a lot more that you can do with this tool. So, for example, I can change the grouping by level, category, family. Okay, so right now I can browse through my elements by levels. Also, I can select additional categories, not only doors and windows in this point. And I can add additional parameters by using function add remove columns. So for example, I will add width, height, and functionality. Okay. So as you can see, right now, Ventre Manager shows all my selected elements, doors and windows, width and height values, and their functionality, whether they are exterior or interior doors and windows. And right now, I can modify these elements. For example, I can sort and renumber Revit elements automatically in many different ways. I will go to first level, and as you can see, all my doors have already been tagged and numbered. But let's say that I want to renumber them. I want to rewrite the type mark of these doors by different criteria. In order to do that, I would have to go to every door and change the type mark value, and that would take up a lot of time. But with Ventre Manager, I can do all of that automatically. For example, I will create a new door type mark that will consist of the letter D for doors. As you can see, it already has a letter D, but only for exterior doors. Then I will add a letter I for interior or a letter E for exterior, and doors unique type number, for example, 01, 02, and so on. I will open Ventre Manager, and I will change parameters. I will remove width and height right now because I don't need them, and I will add type mark because I will rewrite the values of this parameter. Okay. Type mark was added, and I can already see the existing type mark values. I will also change the grouping to category, family, and I will add functionality. Oh, sorry. Actually, I want to move the functionality up after the category. Okay, so now I have my doors and windows grouped by their functionality, and then family. So right now, if I want to create a type mark that will have a letter E for exterior or letter I for interior, I am going to have to create a new shared parameter for all doors in order to write the letter into the parameter. I can also do that with Ventre Manager. So right now I will show you how to create a new shared parameter for all selected elements. So I want to create a new shared parameter for all doors, so I will go ahead and select all doors in the project. I don't have any windows selected right now. I will select all these doors and use function create new shared parameter. I will name it exterior or interior. I will leave this as is. Okay. And right now the tool is creating this new shared parameter to every selected door. And after the parameter is created, I will be able to filter the doors by exterior or interior and enter the values to my new created shared parameter. There it is. The parameter has been created, and I can check that. I will select any door from the project and go to its type properties. And as you can see, there is my newly created shared parameter. It's already in these doors, but it doesn't have a value yet. So I'm about to go ahead and fix that. Right now I will filter my doors by exterior or interior. I can do that by selecting exterior and using function filter by selected data, but I already grouped them by function, so it's easier for me to just click on exterior, and right now I have only exterior doors displayed in my table. So I will select my newly created shared parameters column, select column, and I will use function change value. And I will write the letter E for exterior doors. Okay. Right now Ventre Manager is filling in the value to my created shared parameter. And now I will select my interior doors in the BIM tree. There they are. I will select the column once again and use function change value. And this time I will enter a letter I for interior. Okay. The tool is filling in the newly created shared parameter. There we go. So right now, if I would select any door from the project, for example, I will select this door right now and go to its type properties. You can see my newly created shared parameter and the value that I have just entered. These doors are exterior doors, so the letter E has been entered. And now that I have my shared parameter, I can rename the type mark. I can create it by different criteria. So I will now select the type mark column and use function sort mark. So right now I can create a sort mark number. I will number these doors by their type name, add. I will sort them by elements position X. And right here I will create the sort mark that will be written into the type mark parameter. So first of all, I want to add my created shared parameter, so I will tick show all parameters and find the parameter that I've just created. There it is, type exterior or interior parameter, and I will also add a calculated sort mark number that was calculated by this tool based on door types. So I will also add a letter D before my parameter and a dash after the parameter, and I also want my calculated sort mark number to be of 2 digits, and it will start from number 1, so that will be 01. Okay. And right now the tool is renumbering all doors and writing the new value into the type mark parameter. As you can see, the type mark has been renumbered. Let's just go ahead and see that in the project. There we go. So all interior doors now have the number that consists of letter D, letter I for interior and their unique type number, and all exterior doors have also the letter D and the letter E for exterior and their unique type number. If I would select any door from a project and go to its type properties, I can see that the type mark has been renumbered. I can check that in the second level as well, and my doors are renumbered here too, and in the third level as well. Also, with Ventre Manager, you can replace elements with new elements and transfer their parameter values. For example, right here I have these balcony doors that have no railing. And if I would look to this door, I would see that these double doors have a railing to them. So let's say that I want to change this door to a different type that would have a railing. In order to do that manually, I would have to check all these doors width and height if I want them to remain the same, and then write these parameter values to the door that I want to replace it with. So that would take up a lot of time, and also I want to note that I just have renumbered all these doors. So if I would change them to a different type, all my type mark values and my newly created shared parameter would not remain the same. But with Ventre Manager, I can transfer all parameter values that I want to my new door type and that I want to replace. So I will open Ventre Manager again and find these doors that I want to replace. I will select them. As you can see, all these doors, all these exterior doors without a railing have been selected in the project, and now I can replace them. For this, I will use function replace elements with mapping. And right now, I can choose from every door that is loaded to this project. So I will choose a door with a railing. OK. And right now, Ventre Manager is asking me to add parameters that I want to transfer. So not all parameters can be transferred, only those that we want to be transferred. So as I said, I want the doors to remain the same size. So I will add width and also height. And I want my type mark values to be transferred as well because I have just renumbered them. So I will also transfer my newly created shared parameter and the type mark that I've just renumbered. And I will also map these parameters width to width, height to height, and so on. OK. And now the tool is replacing all these doors to my newly selected doors and also transferring their parameter values. And I can already see that my doors have been replaced with a single panel door that has a railing. I can see that here as well. And they remained the same size and parameters have been transferred. If I would select this door and go to its type properties, I would see that the height and width remain the same, and also the type mark value has been transferred, and there is my newly created shared parameter. So as you can see, I've done that really quickly with Ventre Manager. Also, with Ventre Manager, you can insert elements by related objects. For example, I will insert a lighting fixture, a lamp, to every room named standard room. So I will open a ceiling plan for this because I want to insert a ceiling-based object. And I will change the category that I want to view right now in Ventre Manager because I want to insert an element based on rooms. So I need to view rooms for this. So I will select new categories. Now Ventre Manager is reading the project again and collecting all available categories. So I can keep doors and windows, but I don't need them, so I will deselect those and find rooms. Select them, OK. And right now it's collecting available information about rooms, and it already configured the grouping by level, so I actually need them to be grouped by level, so I will not change that. I will go to first level, and there is my standard room. If I will select it, I will see only standard rooms in the table, and I can select only a few of them. As you can see, they are selected in the project as well. Or I can just select all of them. And for this, I will use function insert elements by related objects. Now I can choose from every element that is loaded in the project, and as I said, I want to add a lamp, so I will find a lamp that I want to add, for example this one. Oh, I'm sorry. Add, insert to model, and the lamps have been inserted right here. As you can see, I've done that really quickly. And with Ventre Manager, I can also renumber Revit grids. For example, let's say that I have to add or delete a few grids in my project in this state. So I will add a couple of grids. I can also delete one. And as you can see right now, I would have a lot of renumbering to do. And if I would consistently change these grids, I would have to renumber them manually once again. So that would take up a lot of time. But with Ventre Manager, I can also do that automatically. So I will change the category again. Right now, I will be working with grids, so I don't need rooms anymore. I will deselect rooms and find grids. OK. So Ventre Manager collected all information about the grids that are in my project. Right now I can select all of them. As you can see, the grids have been selected. And use function sort mark again. So right now the tool has filtered vertical grids. I can also filter horizontal grids, all grids, diagonal or arc grids. So here I have my horizontal grids filtered, and here you can see my newly added 14th grid. And right now I can create a new name for these grids. So it can even be completely different from the existing name. For example, I can add 2 lowercase letters, and my grids will be renumbered like this. Or I can just add a uppercase A letter, like it was, mark. And as you can see, the grids have been renumbered. And right now I will filter my vertical grids. And there it is, you can see the 38th and 39th grid that I've just added. So I will create a new name, and for this one I will add a number and a symbol. And the grids have been also renumbered. OK. And I can already see these changes in the project. So as you can see right now, my vertical grids have been renumbered, and also they have a symbol added to them. And my horizontal grids have been renumbered as well. With Ventre Manager, you can also replace curtain walls with actual Revit windows. In early stages of a project, architects tend to add curtain walls instead of windows in order to save time. And that really is a nice solution that saves time, but later on these curtain walls have to be changed to replaced with actual Revit windows. And if I would do that manually, I would have to select a window that I want to replace the curtain walls with, and I would have to check the curtain walls size and enter this size, width, and height manually to the door, to the window that I want to replace it with, and that would take up a lot of time. But with Ventre Manager I can do all of that automatically because the windows will adjust to the existing curtain wall size. So for that, I will select all these curtain walls that I want to replace with windows and use function Ventre Manager for selected elements. And right now it will collect only the information for elements that I've selected. I will select all these elements. As you can see, they are selected in the project as well. And I will use function replace window. Right now I can choose between all windows that are loaded in the project. So for example, I will choose this window. And right now Ventre Manager is replacing all my curtain walls with windows that with the window type that I've selected and adjusting the size automatically. So as you can see, the sizes were completely different. And right now if I would select this window, as you can see, it is actual Revit window right now, not curtain wall anymore, and the size has remained the same. These are windows as well. As I said, this tool can do much more than I just showed you in this demonstration. So with Ventre Manager, you will be able to control projects better with significant savings of time, increased productivity, enhanced workflow, and BIM model quality by managing hundreds of grouped and sorted elements automatically. All AGACAD developed Autodesk Revit add-ons and BIM solutions are accessible through tools for BIM Doc Dashboard, a new separate interactive window in Revit that works like the project browser or properties window. So you can go ahead and try a free trial. You will have to go to agacad.com, download the tools for BIM Doc, go to the store, select Activate for installed product, press Get Trial, fill the form with your personal data, then get free trial activation code, and the code will be sent to you by email. I want to say a big thank you again to all of you who stayed till the end. I really hope that you found out something new that you will benefit from. That will be all I had to say for today, but I'll definitely be looking forward till the next webinar.